Did ancient giants once walk the earth? It's a question that has fascinated scholars, researchers, and curious minds for generations. Across every continent, from the deserts of the Middle East to the jungles of South America, tales of giants have echoed through the ages. Are these simply myths and exaggerated legends passed down through time? Or is there something more? Something buried, hidden, or even deliberately covered up? Let's begin with one of the most intriguing sources, the Bible. In the book of Genesis, there is a mysterious reference to the Nephilim, beings described as giants who lived on earth in ancient times. Genesis 6 verse 4 states, "There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men." The passage suggests that divine beings mated with humans, producing a race of giants. Some translations use the word Nephilim, others simply call them giants. Whatever the name, the implication is clear. Enormous beings with immense strength roamed the earth. This biblical account is not alone. In ancient Greek mythology, we find the Titans, gigantic beings born of the earth and the sky. The Titans were said to have ruled before the Olympian gods, and their battles shook the very foundations of the world. In Norse mythology, the Jotnar, or frost giants, lived in Jotunheim and were in constant conflict with the gods of Asgard. Native American legends across multiple tribes speak of massive humanoids with red hair who terrorized or sometimes protected humans. The Sioux, the Paiute, and the Choctaw all speak of beings that stood 10 to 12 feet tall. But are these just myths, allegories, and symbolic stories? Or could they be distorted memories of real creatures, beings of abnormal size that once existed? In the 19th and early 20th centuries, newspapers and journals were flooded with stories of giant skeletons being discovered, especially in North America. From Ohio to Arizona, farmers and archaeologists alike reported uncovering bones of humans standing over 8, 10, even 12 feet tall. One such report came from a burial mound in West Virginia, where skeletons measuring nearly 9 feet were uncovered along with massive weapons, oversized armor, and peculiar artifacts that didn't match known Native American craftsmanship. The Smithsonian Institution was reportedly involved in many of these findings. But here's where things get strange. According to several researchers and conspiracy theorists, the Smithsonian confiscated many of these bones, only for them to disappear, never to be seen again. Why would such an esteemed institution hide these discoveries? Was it because they contradicted the accepted timeline of human evolution? Or because they would force a rewrite of history as we know it? This supposed cover-up led many to question whether powerful institutions are actively erasing the evidence of a forgotten race of giants. Critics argue that these stories are hoaxes or misinterpretations, but the sheer volume of accounts and their consistency across time and geography make them difficult to dismiss entirely. Take, for example, the Lovelock Cave in Nevada. The local Paiute tribe told stories of red-haired cannibalistic giants called the Ctach who once lived in the area. According to legend, these giants were driven into a cave and burned alive by the tribes. In the early 1900s, miners digging back guano from Lovelock Cave discovered massive human remains, including a giant jawbone and abnormally large sandals. While some of these artifacts were preserved, others mysteriously vanished or were dismissed as anomalies. Skeptics point out that natural anomalies, like gigantism, can cause individuals to grow exceptionally tall, and isolated cases don't indicate the existence of an entire race of giants. That's true, but what if it wasn't just a few anomalies? What if there was once a species or subspecies of humans who routinely stood 8 to 12 feet tall? Interestingly, science does support the possibility of human giants. We know from the fossil record that our planet has hosted enormous versions of today's creatures. Megafauna like the woolly mammoth, giant sloths, and saber-toothed cats once roamed the earth. So why not giant humans? Then there's the matter of megalithic structures found around the globe. From the Great Pyramids of Giza to Stonehenge, from the Moai statues of Easter Island to the temples of Baalbek in Lebanon, the question persists. How were these colossal stones moved and placed with such precision, without modern machinery? At Baalbek, for instance, lies the Stone of the Pregnant Woman, a single stone weighing over 1,000 tons. No current crane on Earth could lift it. Some have speculated that giants, with their immense strength, may have played a role in constructing or transporting these stones. Of course, mainstream archaeologists attribute this to ingenuity, manpower, and clever engineering. But it's not a stretch to imagine that larger-than-average humans, or a race of giants, could have made this work significantly easier. In South America, the ruins of Sacsayhuaman in Peru defy explanation. Massive stone blocks weighing over 100 tons are interlocked so perfectly that not even a razor blade can slide between them. There is no evidence of mortar. Legends among the local Quechua people speak of ancient beings with incredible strength who built these walls long before the Inca. Some fringe researchers believe that tall tales of gods mating with human women, found in various mythologies, could be a metaphor for genetic manipulation. Others suggest extraterrestrial origins, claiming that giants were either the result of alien hybridization or were themselves alien beings mistaken for gods or titans by early humans. This theory is fueled by ancient Sumerian texts that speak of the Anunnaki, sky beings who came down to Earth and created mankind to serve them. These Anunnaki were described as towering figures, much larger than ordinary humans. Could they have been the same beings referred to as Nephilim or giants in other traditions? Even in modern times, the mystery persists. Reports of giant skeletons occasionally surface on the internet, complete with photos and elaborate stories. While many of these are proven hoaxes or digitally altered, others remain unexplained. Whistleblowers and independent archaeologists claim to have seen bones or artifacts that defy conventional history. In the end, the idea of ancient giants is a puzzle with many pieces. Some fit neatly into the box of mythology and folklore. Others resist categorization. What we know for certain is that the world's ancient past is far more mysterious and complex than we often realize. As archaeology evolves and technology advances, we may yet uncover more clues, hidden in caves, under ancient ruins, or buried beneath layers of time. Whether the giants of legend were real flesh-and-blood beings, symbolic representations of power, or something else entirely, their imprint on human culture is undeniable. They have shaped our myths, influenced our architecture, and stirred our imagination. The question remains, did ancient giants really walk among us? Or are they the echoes of a forgotten truth, one we are only now beginning to rediscover? Perhaps the answer lies not just in bones or stones, but in our willingness to look beyond the limits of conventional thought. To open our minds to the possibility that the history we've been taught is only part of the story, and that the full picture includes beings of a size, strength, and origin we are yet to fully understand. The past is not dead. It's hidden. And maybe, just maybe, the footprints of giants still lie buried, waiting to be found. If you found this journey into ancient mysteries fascinating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing discoveries. We dive deep into the secrets of history, myths, and lost civilizations every week. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Who knows what other secrets the Earth is still hiding? Thanks for watching, and remember, the truth may be much stranger than we've ever imagined. See you in the next one.